the All Gallery, which is a little bit confusing because it kind of comes out All Gallery, but the Arts League of Lowell is ALL. So the ALL Gallery is a community arts organization. We have approximately 250 members. We are completely volunteer run, and we operate a gallery and a little bit of workshop space here. The Arts League of Lowell was founded about 25 years ago, and mainly because the only arts organizations in Lowell were, you had to be recommended by somebody or you had to be juried in. This is something that artists have to deal with all the time. And it does make sense in some settings, but in the setting of our organization, we wanted it to be free and open in that anybody who said, I'm an artist, could join. So it isn't free because you have to pay a membership, but it's open to anyone who wants to join. Well, my role was, let's see, we moved 13 years ago to Lowell. At the time, I was still teaching at Middlesex Community College, and I had gotten somewhat involved in the community because I was teaching at the college and a lot of the students were from Lowell, and so I started to get the vibe of what was going on here. And it seemed like there were a lot of artists here, so we decided when we were getting ready to retire to move to Lowell. Bought a condo in an old building. And because I've always been an artist and always had an art practice, I looked for a place where I could find an art home. And this was perfect, 2 blocks down from where we live and open to anybody who wanted to join. And so it was a good fit. I started out just being a member, but over the years I've gotten more and more involved. And now I am, I guess, the chair of programs. So I plan events at the gallery for, our goal is always to bring more people in because we want people to look at the art we have here. I am an artist since 2nd grade. I don't know why I got the bug, but I did. And I've always had a practice of making art. I ended up going to college for art. I went to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh and majored in graphic design, and afterwards worked as a designer for years, and then had a second career as a adjunct professor at a number of schools in Chicago, and then we moved here to Boston area and have taught at several universities in the area. Ended up at Middlesex, and here I am. We try to offer a nice range of shows. We have 6 shows a year on different topics. So we try to hit things that people might like to do, like we might have a landscape show or a sculpture show or a textile show or a show that's thematic, like blue, you know, the color, just the color. So that's one way we try to offer a space where artists can put their work up and get their work included in shows. We also try to offer some activities and events. We have community classes that are free. Basically what we try to do is provide an art experience to people without having to charge them for it, which is a little bit risky. On the other hand, if people come in and they have a good time, like kids come in and do a little art project, or a group from the senior center, or one of the centers in town that caters to people with different intellectual capacities, we try to give a good art experience to everybody who comes in. Does that put money in our pocket? No, but it creates goodwill. And I think part of our function as a community partner is to provide education and services to people, education about art, education into an art experience. So we're just happy the more people that come through. We sometimes have musical events here. We have lectures from time to time. This weekend we're having a free watercolor workshop. It's completely subscribed, it's completely full, but I just mention it because we have a nice website, artsleagueoflowell.org, and people can see what's coming up. And hopefully, if you haven't tried something, take part in something. We are open 5 days a week. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, noon to 4, with other times as specially required. So we have 2 Fridays coming up, September 27th and October 25th, where we have a jazz performance here from 5 to 7, and the galleries will be open. And we have receptions for all of our shows, and that's always free and open to the public. And we'd like to have evening hours, but frankly, it's hard to get people to come and gallery sit in the evening. So it's something we're really thinking hard about. If the shop is open, if the Arts Supplies shop is open, you can get into the gallery too. So that, I would say 7 days a week, you could come in and see the gallery. The 3 sections of the gallery are, we have a co-op space, which is where people who want to rent a wall can put up whatever they want art-wise. And we have a great variety from ceramics to jewelry to fabric weavings to all kinds of art. The middle section is our main gallery where we have our thematic shows, and we change those every 7 weeks. So we have about 6 shows a year. Some of them are longer. And then in the back of the gallery, we have a small gallery. It's called the Greenwald Gallery, and this space is available to member artists who would like to have a single show, or they would like to curate a show of several artists. So it's where we're sitting now. This is a show by Jean Winslow, artist Jean Winslow, and it's a beautiful little space and an intimate little show. Now also, our neighbor on the first floor is Van Gogh's Gear, which is a full-service art supply and frame shop, which is extremely handy. I have a studio upstairs, and it's really handy to come downstairs to get the paint I need or whatever. And it's also open 7 days a week. So if you can get into the art supply store, you can usually take a peek in the gallery too, if it's not actually open. So that's where we are. You can find us, and we're open from noon to 4 with somebody sitting at the desk to greet you and explain the art. So the Arts League of Lowell maintains a pretty up-to-the-minute website. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us at artsleagueoflowell.org. Our events coming up, well, we'll have the drawing show until the beginning of November, and then after that, we will have our holiday gift show. I'm not sure what it's called this year, the art of gifting maybe, but it's something like that, something gifty. We usually participate in the Halloween walk in late October. We get the artists to dress up and or decorate the garden or both, which is really fun. And then we give the treats out in the gallery. We usually do something for the, City of Lights, some sort of artist activity here. Basically, we have a lot going on. It just varies from week to week. If you check our website, I'm sure you could find something, or just come in and look at the art. Meet, the person sitting behind the desk is an artist. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here volunteering. So you get to meet an artist and look at the art. So it sounds like a good deal.